Welcome back to another worthless month. I am here to shine the light on these worthless mutts known as the dog, and as well as dog culture, as well as the media and the dog industry that hides, promotes, and supports information regarding these worthless, dangerous, and aggressive mutts. So once again, I am back, and today is going to be a little different. Not too different. Still going to be just discussing a dog, but I'm going to be focusing on the Pitbull. And before I do go into that, I was thinking throughout the week leading to this, and how, let's say you're a dog lover. Let's say you are maybe a dog lover, dog hater, anti-dog person, and you got attacked, you got bitten, someone you love and close by was killed by a dog. And now, knowing that a lot of people are dog lovers, it's hard to find justice and to find a solution. Because you go in, the police are probably dog lovers. The courts, the judges are dog lovers. The lawyer going up against may be a dog lover, and the lawyer that is trying to help you could be a dog lover. So you see, they can manipulate things so easily. Dog lovers, because dog lovers are very deceptive, manipulative. They're liars. They're frauds, and they can get away with anything just because they love dogs, and they're only out there to protect the dog. So and I get it. Some dogs they say they may get put down. You see some that get shot, but let's say they said the dog was put down and yada yada yada. How do we know the dog was actually put down? We don't know exactly. Because you see, the system is run by dog lovers. And dog lovers are manipulative. They're deceptive. They're liars. They're cunning. They're cons. They're frauds. And they run the media. The journalists are dog lovers. They're all over the place. And and then they're going to write the dog was put down. But how do we know? Again, they could easily fake a dog's death, and you think the dog's dead but the dog's really sleeping. Or they could take the dog somewhere else, to another city, another state, another country, and we wouldn't know. Remember, all dogs look and behave the exact same. We just would not know. So why would we trust a dog lover? We can't trust a dog lover. You trust a dog lover, you'll get bitten. And I think the solution should be have these put downs, dogs getting euthanized or killed, make it public. Not by injection, because injection you can create an illusion with that. Have a way that we can actually see and know that this dog has been put down permanently. Because again, I don't trust dog lovers. I don't trust them. Because they're as manipulative and as cunning as the dog themselves. A dog will play ignorant, just like the dog lovers. The dog will play innocent, even though the dog is guilty. The dog will play innocent and have that little sad face, and it gets away with things. So I think, again, if to know that a dog is really put down, it should be public. Everyone should know. It should be live somehow, so we actually know that this dog has been put down. Because sometimes we can't take the words of the media or journalists, because these are actually dog lovers themselves. So that's just what I've been thinking during this week coming to today. So again, today is mainly about the Pitbull. I'm going in as a noob, so I'll also be learning new things today. I like to go in fresh. I don't like to read too much of it beforehand. I kind of skim through it. I kind of get maybe 2% of it, 10% of it. But I want to go in fresh with a fresh reaction to what I'm about to read, through experiences, comments, through either pro Pitbulls and or anti Pitbulls. It's all going to be a genuine, fresh, I guess, reaction to it. I don't want to use the word react because that word gets tossed around on YouTube a lot, and there's a lot of fake reactors on YouTube. But my reaction will be genuine. And another thing before I begin, and again, there's with this dog culture, there are dog lovers and there are pit lovers, and pit lovers could also be dog lovers as well. However, when you have even general dog lovers and dog haters that hate the pit bull, something has to be wrong here. You have two groups, even the dog lover hating the pit bull. So something is amiss here, you know? And these pit bull lovers and advocates will play ignorant and ignore the facts and the stats regarding these mutts. And I guarantee you, a lot of these pit bull nutters have a book of excuses to use. So whenever they're on YouTube or on an article and it has to do with a pit bull, they go through that notebook and say, which excuse should I use today? This one looks good. Blame the owner. Or they'll say blame the victim, or it's not the dog's fault. You know they're repetitive cliche excuses that they always use, but it's never justified. It doesn't make sense. So I'm going to begin, but first off, I'm going to start with a video. It's not about dogs, but it's more about people and how they, I guess, react to advice or productive information. So you will tell a person good advice, logical, rational advice, but they will listen to it. They may agree with it, but they don't actually apply it. I'm only going to play maybe 2 to 3 minutes of it, and then I'm going to give you my little perspective of it based on the pitbull culture.
It's road of being unproductive. So then they're going down this road, and you're like, you know what? I want to help them. So then you go to help them, but then you find as you go to help them, it seems like what you share with them doesn't stick, and they don't act like they're motivated. Inside everybody's heads, there's a filter. So let's say you have something good you want to teach people. Now, I know you know about this, that you know about filters, that people filter information, but let's do a deeper dive today so you can be a better teacher in helping people open their mind so that they can improve. Because part of being a great teacher is if you just throw positive at people, it doesn't mean it gets in. You know this if you have kids. You can throw positive at a kid and you have to say it like 1,000 times before they hear you. Sometimes even your spouse. You're like, okay, how many times do I have to tell my spouse before they get this? Right? Like how many times? And you think because you said it, like it got in. No, people have these thick filters, some people really thick, but it blocks good information from getting in. It just blocks it. So then the person doesn't have any motivation to act on the things that you shared with them. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm not going to muddy this up for you. So let me go back to this. You realize that the person you know has a problem in their thinking and their feelings that's causing them to go down this road of being unproductive. So then they're going down this road, and you're like, you know what? I want to help them. So then you go to help them, but then you find as you go to help them, it seems like what you share with them doesn't stick, and they don't act like they're motivated. Like they're not doing the things that you asked them to do or you shared with them, because you're a good person and you want to help people do good. And you recognize, and they recognize that they're going down a troubled path of being unproductive, so you're trying to help. So this is what I'm getting to here, is this problem with dealing with people who have filters, thick filters. How do you teach somebody who's got thick filters? And what do you do if this person is you? That you're so hard-headed that this positive, good things that you learn are not quite getting in and helping. Like,
all right, so it's a good video. You can find this video. You can find this video on 3 key elements. So again, we can use what he is saying on the perspective of a pitbull lover or advocate, and how, you know, you tell them the facts. You tell them that this dog is dangerous. They can go off any time. They attack children, and it doesn't stick. Again, like, it doesn't stick that these are dangerous dogs, and pitbull lovers will, you know, again, like I already said, they're gonna come with these excuses to continue on the unproductive path, and eventually that path leads to destruction of others. Not even just them, it's those around them. Not even family members. It's people in the public that have nothing to do with this person that their dog is going to attack and affect. So imagine, you know, you're a father, a single father, trying to help your children, trying to feed your children. You're working. You're working. And you have nothing to do with this pit bull owner or the pit bull. You don't know them. You don't bother them. You stay off their property, but you're working. Let's say you're working on a farm and they live maybe 2 miles down the road, and you're working to feed your children. And let's say this is a good pit bull owner, an intelligent pit bull owner, and somehow this pit bull decides to leave the area. He spots you, he mauls you, either unfortunately to death, or he bites off your arm or your leg. Now you can't work. You may not have insurance. It's going to be hard to help feed your children, feed yourself, feed your family. So again, the pit bull owner and lovers, your actions of getting and bringing a pit bull doesn't only affect you, it affects those around you. And again, this is just an example I made up, but it happens all the time. Mainly to people that have nothing to do with the pit bull. The pit bull will run and find them and attack. But pit bull owners will then defend the pit bull and blame that and blame this. And they can't see that the pit bull is the problem. And as well as the pit bull owners. And they have to fix the problem that's going on in their heads. Sometimes you can tell them and it doesn't stick. Like I always say, you have to let the stupid help themselves. Because sometimes you give them information that is 100% fact, and they are going to say you're wrong and ignore it. Because a lot of pit bull owners, they base their perception on pit bulls based on feelings and their experience only. They're going to say, I have a pit bull and he's sweet. I have a pit bull he never attacked. But how about the other thousands? And probably maybe half of those thousands were intelligent, great pit bull owners. And they still attacked. Attacking children, attacking people that have nothing to do with the dog whatsoever. Alright, so the next thing I would like to share is on Quora. Apparently I saw within another forum, probably Reddit, of how, I think it was the 90s pit bull had attacked one of the children during the filming of The Little Rascals. And I tried looking more into it, but I couldn't find what I wanted to find. However, I found this on Quora, so this is a mixture of pro pit bulls and probably some that are against pit bulls. I'm going to read maybe the first 2 to 3 comments and give you my perspective and my, I guess, opinion, and share some facts regarding it. So this woman or man says, actually the question is, pity on the little rascals. Was a pit bull, is it okay to show such a dangerous breed on the movie screen around young children? First answer says, pitties didn't always have the killer reputation they have now, thanks to the stupid, cruel people who fight them. So again, we start off with ignorance and 5 people who actually liked it. So this is ignorance. Again, pit bulls were created to fight. They were created to hunt. As a matter of fact, pit bulls likely started to keep slaves in check. That's what they were probably created for. But they just get entangled with all this lies and propaganda regarding pit bulls and saying they were created to fight. But if pit bulls were so smart, why don't they just not fight at all? You put 2 birds, they're not gonna fight at all. But you put 2 pit bulls together in the same ring, they want to fight. So I think it's part of their nature to fight. She also adds, personally, I have never met a pitty with an aggressive personality. So again, she's basing it on just her or his own experience. Most of them, when approached properly with the human's permission, of course, fall into wiggles and smiles. They often want to lick your face. See? And this breed has been singled out as a very aggressive breed when you are more likely to be bitten by a Labrador Retriever. So there you have it. Pit bull owner only basing it on their experiences. Like, I've seen a few pit bulls, and they've all been nice to me. But let's ignore all the other thousands that have attacked. You know, this is the mentality of the pit bull advocates. This person says, Pitty and Little Rascal was an American bulldog. They all look the same. They all look ugly. So the breed is greatly misunderstood. They can be good family pets with good training. I am pretty sure the pit bulls that have attacked were trained very good by intelligent pit bull trainers. However, their instincts and their nature came in tuition and they exploded and attacked another dog, another animal, or another child, another person. And we've seen countless videos where the dog is just fine, the pit bull's fine, and another dog or cat is just wandering around, mind their business, and what happens? That pit bull just snaps and attacks for no reason. The pit bull is calm and nice and cool. But as soon as that other dog or other animal comes into the picture, it attacks, like out of the blue. This person says, okay, while I'm not a pit bull fan, I've been around enough that have gone goofy that I'm leery. Pit bulls aren't any more dangerous than a Rottweiler or a German Shepherd. I currently have 2 of the latter, had 1 mix of 2, as well as 2 chow mixes, 1 crossed with a GSD. There is a lot to be said for proper training and care and an awareness of what you have to do with any dog to make it a decent pet. So again, I've always been saying you have to train the stupid out of the pit bull. I'm talking specifically about pit bulls. I could say a lot about dogs in general, but you have to train the stupid. You got to train the nature out of the pit bull to be, again, decent pets. If you don't waste time giving it food and training it and conditioning it and programming it and enslaving it, it's going to behave how it's meant to behave. And end of story. End of story. You can't take a straight pit bull and expect it to not maul something. You can't. You have to take time, waste time, and train it to be decent. Because why? Because they're a naturally dangerous breed of dog. They're a naturally dangerous creature. End of story. So, again, there's a lot of comments. I'm not going to read too much of it. But again, I guess 3 of them three first of the answers are all supporting the pit bull. And again, this is what people do. They only base their one experiences and use it as, okay, since my pit bull is good, all pit bulls are good. No. No, I can't ignore the thousands that have attacked. And this is what pit bull lovers want you to do. They want you to close your eyes and ignore the thousands that were killed by pit bulls just because their pit bull hasn't attacked anyone or hasn't attacked anything yet. So this is the mentality of the pit bull owner. So one bite rule. So basically what it is we're about pit bull. We'll talk about pit bull. So if a pit bull attacks once or bites once, the pit bull will go to like dog jail, for a couple days, 10 days, and then likely it's going to be sent back to the owner. So the pit bull has maybe 2 to 3 chances to bite someone or kill someone, and then it will then get presumably put down. So this is what the one bite rule is about. And why do we have a one bite rule? It's because dogs, pit bulls in general, are dangerous breeds that are known to attack people. End of story. They're dangerous and they attack people. Dogs are dangerous and they attack people. You have to train a dog not to bite people. Have to train a dog not to be aggressive. So you have to train something that means it's dangerous. That means if you have to train something, that means it's not right. That means it's not right. So again, this one bite rule is basically to protect the worthless mutt. So the dog can bite once, maul once maybe, and get sent back to the owner, and it can bite again. That's what it's about. And usually after the one bite rule, even after, let's say, a pit bull bites once, do you really think the owner gives a damn? The owner doesn't care who's bitten. All the owner cares about is getting its worthless mutt back, and that is it. They're not going to change any old habits. They're not going to adjust the training. They're not going to adjust the dog. They're not going to change anything. They may do it for a little bit in the beginning, but at the end of the day, they are going to get lazy. They're going to get slack. The dog is going to attack again, and the pit bull owner is going to play stupid and try to hide and protect the dog once again. And like I said, the whole court system is ran by dog lovers, so they may be lenient 2-3 times and give the dog many, many chances to bite more people. This article, written June 30th, 2020, almost its anniversary, and it says, "Are pit bulls easy to train?" This can be found on podtracks.com. So it's basically a pro pit bull article, and it asks the question, are pit bulls easy to train? First paragraph says, pit bulls sometimes have a bad reputation of being strong-willed. I wonder why they have that bad reputation. But these lovable and very smart, sweet, family-friendly. I can't believe, again, they're going to use family-friendly. After this dog has killed babies, they still refer to them as family-friendly dogs. But guess what? You have to socialize them, and you have to train them to be proper. So naturally, these dogs are reckless and toxic. And you can't have that. So you have to train them to be decent so you can make shit like these dogs are very smart and sweet and family friendly. No, they're not. You have to train them to be somewhat smart, somewhat sweet, family friendly. You have to give them, you have to change their character to be sweet, family friendly. Once that character is trained, then you can speak all this load of crap. But naturally, they are aggressive killers. However, it's important to understand the best Pitbull puppy or have one already, there is never a wrong time to train them. It may be very more difficult to change the habits of an old dog, but it's definitely possible with a little dedication and positive reinforcement. So now you have to put all this energy into a worthless smut like a pit bull and use positive reinforcement. So whether the dog does anything reckless, you got to give it food. You have to keep giving it food, and sometimes you got to make out with the dog in order to get the dog to behave the way you want it to behave. Just so people like me can shut up. They say socialization is a must. So I've heard this many times. A pit bull goes into a dog park, and what does it do? It attacks other dogs for no reason. And then, blame the owner, blah, blah, blah. It's how you train them. And they say utilize positive reinforcement. When it comes to positive reinforcement, look how ugly this thing is. Close that. When it comes to positive reinforcement, it is all about figuring out what motivates your dog the most. It could be food, your favorite toy, praise, or nearly anything else. Once you figure out what motivates your dog, you should know what you want to train them to do. So basically the obvious: sit, stay, eat, come down. They can bark all they want, but when they attack and you say sit or stop, they don't listen. They don't listen. Positive reinforcement should be used throughout every training activity and should be. This is honestly, this is a waste of human time. Putting all this energy into this ugly thing that doesn't give a damn. It doesn't give a damn. These things want to maul people. They want to maul other animals. They don't care. They're putting on this character because they're getting food. But when they're bored and they haven't had enough, they're going to go off. And then the dog owner, the pitbull owner, is going to play stupid. And they say take a class. Now you got to spend more money on another dog nutter, pitbull nutter, to help train your stupid ass pitbull to behave proper. Exercise to the max. So you have to exercise. You got to go to work. This dog has to exercise and do this. And now you got to waste time making sure your dog is exercised so it doesn't behave stupid. How ugly this thing is, man. God damn it. Leash training for relaxing walks. So again, it's all about training the stupid out of this thing. That's all it is. You have to train it to be proper. So you have to, train it to have a different character. Because the character that it is ruthless, it's aggressive. And people like this, or whoever wrote this article, they know that this dog is a killer. But they hide it behind, family friendly. You have to train it proper, positive reinforcement, socialization, get a trainer, all this crap. And end of the day, the pitbull doesn't give a damn. It doesn't give a damn. Because they all end up the same. They all end up doing the same crap. So, the question is, are pitbulls easy to train? I am going to say no. They are not. Because pitbulls attack and kill 72% of the dog attacks that happen. They're killers, man. They're not easy to train. Because you got to go through all this crap just to make sure the pitbull can be proper. So, answer is no. And if you have to train something, that means what it is either wrong or dangerous. End of story. It's like training for a sport. You train for a sport because you're doing something wrong. It's like okay, let's say you're a child and you want to learn to play basketball, and while you're playing as a child, you play like crap. Let's say you play like crap as a child. So now you have to train the proper way, because what you were doing before is wrong. It's not helpful. It's not productive. So the same thing is like training a pit bull. Its natural state is unproductive. So we got to waste time training it. Even though, again, pit bulls, what's the benefit of having it? Like, what's the benefit? And they always use these stinking pictures to hide the fact that these pit bulls are disgusting, worthless, aggressive killers. Alright. Moving on. So now we have the stats of dog bite stats of 2020 and 2021. I'm primarily going to use the Pitbull stats only. But again, as you can see, they always use like the innocent, sad dog pictures. Always. Always. Always, man. So, top 10 dog bite stats. So it says 1 in 118,000 odds of dying from a dog bite. So you have one chance in 118,000 to die from a dog bite, compared to falling 1 in 11 and 1 in 6 from heart disease. So why is it so high though? Why dogs? So cause of death, and dogs are third. Let's say it's the pit bull. I'm gonna say the pit bull, and they're the only third of death. Man's best friend. I'm not trying to focus on pit bulls, but dogs are only third in cause of death and odds. You think it would be car accidents as well, but dogs are third, man's best friend. All right. So again, so there are over 3 million dogs as pets. Estimated 4 million suffer from dog bites annually. Over 885 require a dog bite medical attention. Over 300,000 for emergency room visits. 9,000 for extended hospital stays for dog bites. 26% of dog bite fatalities were children 0 months to 2 years old. 26%. And I guarantee you 3/4 of them, and maybe a half, 3/4 and a half, were pit bulls. Guarantee it. 900 plus daily ER visits from dog bites. 30 to 50 US deaths from dog bite related. I think it's higher than that. I believe it's higher than that. Alright, so this is what I wanted to find. Dog bite stats 2020 by breed, bites, attacks, and more. So the top 10 most fatal dog breeds table. And look who's number 1. It's the Chihuahua. Nope, it is the cat. Nope, a ladybug. No, it is the pit bull. Pitbull. Included 284 deaths. 284 deaths with 65% of dog attacks. And pit bulls are family friendly. And We should just ignore this. I think we should ignore this and put Chihuahua, put a cat, put a worm instead, just to make Pitbull lovers feel good about themselves. Because apparently, I think they're insecure about their beloved Pitbull who kills over 284. I think it's more than that. 284 in just 2020. And I believe it's way more than that. Man's best friend, man. Alright, the question is, which dog breeds are the most dangerous? And it says a common question when it comes to dangerous dog bites is, which breeds are the most dangerous? The AVMA, or American Veterinary Medical Association, conducted an in-depth literature review to analyze existing studies on dog bites and serious injuries. Their findings indicate there is no single breed that stands out as the most dangerous. So they say, so which dog breed is the most dangerous? And they say no single breed stands out as the most dangerous. Pitbulls killed 284 in just 2020, and probably more previously, probably more in 2020, and probably more in 2021. And this dog nutter organization says there's no single breed that stands out as the most dangerous. Which dog breeds bite the most? According to research published in February 2019 examining dog bite injuries to the face, dog bites from 66 to 100 pounds with short, wide heads are most likely to bite. Those includes a review of literature from 1970 and to present day. The research indicates that top 6 breeds that are reported along with bite injuries are unknown. How do you have unknown? So the research indicates that the top 6 breeds that are reported along with bite injuries are unknown. How do you have unknown? Then once again, the Chihuahua is number 2. No, it's dirt. No, it's a rock. No, it's Pitbull. Pitbull is number 2 of the breed that bites the most. And again, Pitbull lovers will say blame the owner and put Chihuahua instead for biting off your ankles. I don't hear Chihuahuas, well, it probably does happen. I don't hear Chihuahuas killing 0-month-old babies. It's usually 9 times out of 10, maybe 8 to be nice, the Pitbull. So there you have it. There's a lot of stats here regarding the Pitbull. So again, this is, where was it? The American Veterinary Medical Association is probably full of Pitbull nutters and dog nutters in order to say no single breed stands out as the most dangerous. How do you say that? How do you say that after witnessing 284 deaths done by the Pitbull? And this also includes other dogs, other animals, their own owner, children. People have nothing to do with the dog. Probably vandalism. And the Pitbull isn't considered the most dangerous. And like I said, these dog nutters are everywhere, and they will defend their dog no matter what. Replace it with a fucking ugly this thing is. God damn it. Replace it with a person and they're willing to sacrifice that person. But a dog? Nah. So once again, they used a sad picture of the shitbull, aka the demon breed. So this says 34 phenomenal 2021 Pitbull stats to break stereotypes. So I have not read this yet, so I'm going in fresh. What are the key Pitbull facts and stats everyone should know? So, and it says the AKC doesn't recognize Pitbulls as a separate breed of dog. Okay. Breeds labels at animal shelters are wrong 75% of the time. The reason why is because of this. They are trying to get it's a business. It's a business. And they're trying to sell dogs to dog nutters. And they're willing to lie about a pit bull and say it's not a pit bull, and they'll say it's a chihuahua or a retriever, whatever the case may be, just to get that ugly dog out of there. So again, it's about manipulating, it's about lying in order to sell a dog, in order to reward and worship the dog, and specifically the pit bull. Pit bulls are reported to have killed 346 Americans from 2005 to 20. I believe it's higher than that. I believe it should be like in the thousands now. I believe it should at least be in the thousands, if not maybe 10,000s by now. There's a lot of things we don't even hear about. Because again, these media and journalists are ran by dog nutters and pit bull nutters as well. So they're not going to sacrifice their own beloved pit bull. Dogs labeled as pit bulls spend 3 times longer in shelters. And I wonder why. Why is that? This sweet family dog who requires a lot of training, even though it's not really aggressive, it's not reckless, it doesn't kill people, spends longer in shelters, and I wonder why. I know why. I'm playing ignorant on purpose. And the reason is why, because pit bulls are dangerous. Pit bulls used to be called America's dog. Half of all pit bulls are euthanized in shelters, and I really hope they are. And I really hope they are. Because again, like I said, and again, I didn't know what I was going to read today. And this is something that I thought of during the week. And how do we know they're being really euthanized? What if they're just sent to another city, another shelter, given to another pit bull hoarder? We don't know. But we'll take it as the dog or the pit bull has been euthanized. Pit bulls are the most abused dogs in the world. It depends how you're looking at it. These are fighting dogs. These are fighting dogs. So if they want to fight and love to fight, and they want to kill each other, let them kill the heck out of each other. Because at the end of the day, I get what I want. 1 dead pit bull, 1 injured pit bull, and the pit bull gets what it wants. I'm not going to enslave you and say to eat, do this, do this, do this, do this. I can't do that. But if you want to fight and kill each other, go right ahead. So I think the dog fighting is probably included in abused dogs. 20% of the U.S. has a negative opinion of the pit bulls. Good for them. As many as 51 pit bulls were seized from Michael Vick's kennel. So I think, again, theorizing, the Michael Vick story is what boosted, I won't say started, but boosted the pit bull culture. It wasn't until after that people wanted pit bulls, and now it's like pit bulls are like, I don't know, they're just a new fad now, because everywhere you go, some fake tough guy has a pit bull, or some from trash girl has a pit bull. As many as 51 pit bulls were seized from pit bulls, and golden retrievers have similar past rates. Says, what is a pit bull breed? People consider pit bulls to be a separate breed, but science and the AKC disagree. So let's see where these dogs belong. So now they group them in 4 types of groups. And to me, when I look at them, they look all the same. They have some differences, but at the end of the day, they're all the same, and they all do the same crap, and that's kill. That's what they do, is kill. They say breed labels at animal shelters are wrong. So it's like I just said. I think that, again, this is just to sell the dog and get them out of there. And again, it's all about the money. Problem is that most of the time people assign the breed labels based on personal opinion. So this is why the Pitbull culture is so bad. Because Pitbull now will use their own personal opinion on the breed. And they will say, my Pitbull, my experience is Pitbulls are sweet. But the 1,000 others have, again, killed and injured people in a drastic rate. It's just like, saying, I don't know. I can't think of a good example now, but these Pitbull lovers, they like to pick and choose, They like to be irrational, illogical. So they're downplaying the stats. I know it's more than this. So yeah, so not gonna get all into the stats, but I hope I said things that are the most important. I'm gonna read number 14 and I'm gonna move on. It says, it is believed that around 800,000 Pitbull dogs are euthanized in shelters. Good for them. Pitbull death statistics reveal that about 40% of all dogs killed in animal shelters are Pitbulls, and they deserve it. They deserve it. They want to die. They fight to die. Let them die. To end the euthanasia, animal activists are pushing for bills. Oh, okay. So now, again, Pitbull lovers are trying to save the Pitbull, man. They're trying to save something that doesn't want to be saved. The idea is that if a puppy mills go out of business, people will have to adopt pets from shelters. You don't need a friggin' dog, though. You don't need a dog. Dogs are worthless, and especially the Pitbull. People are going to go out their way to get a Pitbull. This is what people do. They go out their way to get a Pitbull. A dog that is meant to kill. So basically, when you bring home a Pitbull, puppy, giant Pitbull, whatever it is, Stafford, American Bulldog, you're basically playing with a grenade. You're playing with a grenade. That thing can go off anytime. Anytime. Maybe not even attack you. It may attack your children or people in the neighborhood. So again, it's not just the owner or the children in the home that have to keep safe. It's people a distance away that have nothing to do with the Pitbull that have to keep safe. They have to watch their back. Last thing, discrimination, myths, and facts about Pitbulls. Myths and stigma around Pitbulls are so common that people go into panic mode at the sole mention of their name. I think that's what they should do. I mean, not to panic like crazy panic. Oh my god, a Pitbull. But, know the facts. Know the facts, share the stats, And this, I guarantee this is just another Pitbull loving site or dog loving nutting site. And yeah, it probably is. It's a pet thing. And again, they're going to promote and support these worthless mutts. That's what they're due. Because again, it's a business. And at the end of the day, these people that support them are nutters. They really don't know what the hell they're doing. Because I believe that deep down there's something missing in them that they have to do this crap. They have to promote this dangerous dog breed. Who does that? Who promotes danger like this? You're promoting a dangerous breed and saying you gotta train, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, just to make sure it doesn't attack. And when the dog does attack, even though you put so much effort into it, you get blamed as an owner. People have to suffer for it. Dog is put down, we shrug, we move on, we get another Pitbull, and the same thing repeats itself in the same old cycle. bun pit bulls. That's what I say. Burn them. All right. It's a big read. I'm not gonna read all too into it. Just says the problem with pit bulls. So it says social media universe became furious at KFC this week after an employee reportedly asked a 3-year-old victim of a dog attack to leave one of the restaurants because her face was disrupting her customers. Wow. This is what we have become. This was in 2014. Imagine today. So a 3-year-old was attacked by a dog, and I guess the employee who was a dog nutter, a pit bull lover, told the 3-year-old victim, a 3-year-old, this is a 3-year-old, not a 30-year-old, not a 60-year-old, a 3-year-old victim of a dog attack to leave one of the restaurants because her face is disrupting our customers. This is dog lovers for you. This is the pit bull life for you. This is what dog culture is about. It's about saving the dog and suffering the victim and blaming the victim. It says it was 3 pit bulls that attacked a 3-year-old girl. 3 pit bulls. 3-year-old girl. She was in KFC and this employee said, "You have to leave." A 3-year-old. This is the mentality of pit bull culture, of dog culture. If it was a dog, I guarantee you, this employee would have gotten on his or her knees and would have made out with the dog. Guarantee you. If the dog came in with scars on its face, the employee would get down on his or her knees and make out with that dog. And probably give it some chicken and then lick the dog and the dog lick that person as well. This is dog culture. It's unfortunate. This is from I kind of consider it the dog bite Bible. So once again, this site has the stats and it says 2020 stats of dog bites, and pit bulls consist of the Chihuahua consists of 72% of dog attacks. I'm joking. It's the pit bull that consists of 72% of dog attacks. Second is unreleased. And third is, again, American Bulldog, which we could probably put in with the pit bull as well. Mixed breed would probably pit bull as well. So that's easily 80% right there. Unreleased is probably some pit bull in there too. So pit bulls probably consist of 95% of attacks. Wow. So that's from dogbite.org. There's a lot of information regarding that. So let's see the recent fatalities of the pit bull. So just 21st, pit bull. So it says woman, dog sitting, pit bulls. Yeah, so I might have said it on Facebook. So basically in this story, a woman was dog sitting for pit bulls, and the pit bulls killed her. I think it was 2 pit bulls that killed her. So that just happened yesterday, or maybe the day before that. Oh, it was on June 19th. So a woman was was mutt sitting for pit bulls, and the pit bulls attacked her. And again, I blame this person for not doing her research, and probably, she knows that pit bulls are dangerous. She probably knows this. She's probably more intelligent than I am. I guarantee that she was. But she thought, she can sit baby or mutt sit for these pit bulls and go home happy. But in the end, once again, her ignorance, her stupidity allowed this to happen. And again, I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. If you're going to visit someone's house and they have a dog, or you're going to mutt sit and they have a pit bull, whatever the case may be regarding a dog, say no. Why do they get a dog if they can't look after it themselves? It makes no sense whatsoever. You're going to get a dog and you ask someone else to look after it? That makes no freaking sense. So dogs are not necessary. I already touched base on this. A 7-year-old was killed by, guessing, another pit bull. During the 10th, same thing. During the first, and I guarantee you there's more. There's been way more pit bull attacks that have occurred, but with dog nutter media, they're not gonna tell you every time a pit bull attacks. All right, I'm up to an hour. I will do this one, and then I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to come back again for, I guess, another part 2. So I searched the myths of the pit bull. So I'm going to be reading most likely pro pit bull articles. So I'm going to be going into deep pit bull waters. So there's a lot of myths, a lot of videos regarding pit bulls and the pit bull lovers trying to defend and hide and lie and manipulate the facts about the pit bull. So I'm just going to read the first one because there's a lot of them. So the myths and facts, myths versus facts on the pit bull. So, and it's funny how, even though the pit bull is the most nicest, sweetest dog ever, that, I'm going to go back for a second. Pit bulls are, again, obviously, pit bulls are the most smartest, sweetest, family-friendly dog, but yet there are countless videos defending it. There are countless videos defending the pit bull. Countless articles defending the pit bull. What if I type in myths about water? What would happen? Would people debate about water being wet? Would people, again, debate about water being deep or shallow? Would people debate if water can freeze or not? But it's the pit bull. We're still debating about this. People are still willing to defend the pit bull after all we know about them. That only proves that pit bulls are dangerous. If people are willing to put articles and videos year after year regarding these dogs. Myth versus facts on the pit bull. So this one says, myth, pit bull terriers are more aggressive than other dogs. Okay, the truth, aggression is not a breed characteristic or personality trait. So again, these kind of people, they ignore the stats. Like I just shown you, pit bulls attack 72% of the time. Pit bulls kill the most. End of story. But this person is saying terriers are more aggressive. There's no dog is more aggressive than the other. Again, they always show you these pictures. And always, it's so freaking ugly, man. And why can't these ugly dogs grow fur? Like, why can't they grow fur? I always see them this short fur, man. Grow some fur, you ugly piece of shit ass dog. I freaking hate this dog. Anyways, God. Anyways, myth: Pitbull terriers have locking jaws. Truth: there is no such thing as a dog with a locking jaw. Pitbull terriers and Pitbull mixes are no different psychologically from other dogs. I think this is just an excuse for Pitbull nutters when their dog attacks. You know, they can just use it as an excuse to say, his jaw locked. That's why I couldn't get it off. Just so to save their own incompetence and their own mentality, they use the excuses of the Pitbull has a locking jaw. Whether the pit has a locking jaw or not, this dog still attacks babies. This dog still attacks people. This dog still kills. So it's irrelevant. Locking jaw is irrelevant. They still run or walk, growl and bark at people, and they attack people. They're the ones going to the person to attack them. The person usually doesn't go up to the dog and hit him. That doesn't usually happen. It's usually the pit bull that goes up to the person to attack them. So this locking jaw thing is irrelevant. Pitbull terriers are not good family dogs, and that's why you see so many in shelters. Truth: Pitbulls, like dogs, are actually some of the most popular types of dogs in America. The Pitbull Terrier is one of the top 3 favorite breeds in 28 states because Pitbull Terriers are so popular with unlicensed breeders and criminals. So again, this is what they do. They try to hide the negative aspect of this worthless mutt, and they use like unlicensed breeders and criminals to defend it. You know, they're gonna defend it. And what about the little lady living in the suburbs with this dog, and you know she never hurt anyone. She's not unlicensed. She's not a criminal. She has one pit bull, but yet that pit bull still goes and attack. How about that good good guy, you know, middle-aged guy with a nice family-friendly dog, and all of a sudden attacks? Are these unlicensed breeders? Are these criminals also? So again, these pit bull nutters are manipulative. They create shields like this. They create excuses like this to defend the dog. So again, short article, but a bunch of crap. You know, just again to protect this vicious, worthless piece of crap dog. They say they're not. They say no Pitbull Terrier is more aggressive. They say no Pitbull is more aggressive than any other dog, which is bullshit. It's coming from a dog hater too. Me as a dog hater can say a Pitbull is way more aggressive than I don't know their name, but those other small white snowball dogs. You know, like how do you as an intelligent person can write that pit bulls are not more aggressive than any other dog compared to what a snowball dog, compared to maybe a chihuahua? How do you do that? How do you then, you know, I think I missed one. I missed dogs of certain breeds are more dangerous, likely to bite than the others. Again, it's the same thing. Aggressive, biting, you know, they just defend these dogs over again. And locking jaw, I believe the locking jaw thing was created by incompetent pit bull lovers just to protect themselves and to protect this worthless mutt. Again, locking jaw is irrelevant. These dogs, 10 times out of 10, are the ones running up to people and biting them. People aren't going up to them and biting them. Birds aren't going up to them biting. Squirrels aren't going up to them and biting. It's this dog that goes up to other people to bite them. But let's play ignorant and create excuses. And they defend these things by, saying unlicensed breeders and criminals. It doesn't matter. Then why are they in the shelter in the first place? That's the thing. And I guarantee you, a lot of these great, intelligent dog trainers had these dogs. And they realize, again, they don't have the energy, they don't have the time to turn their life upside down for this piece of shit. And that's why they give it away, which, should have done their research. And I guarantee they probably looked at stupid sites like this and said, you know what, you're right, I'm going to go get a pit bull. And they get a pit bull and they realize, dude, I can't do this. This dog is terror. This dog doesn't listen. This dog bites too much. It's aggressive. And they give it away, which is a good choice. But unfortunately, some of them go out and get another dog, which is another story for another day. So I'm going to stop it here for now. And I will continue later with more regarding this pitbull culture. So there you have it. The stats and the facts speak for themselves. This is not me speaking. Well, I'm speaking, but the stats and the facts are the ones that are really speaking. And most of them are probably coming from dog nutters and pitbull lovers themselves. Maybe, maybe not. And it's sad that we live in this world of people that think pit bulls are family-friendly dogs. After what is shown on this massive internet scale. Internet is massive, And some people, they don't even know how to use a search engine, They don't. Some people don't know how to use a search engine, period. And, in this day, I would say, if you're like 16, 18, if you were like born in the 2000s and you still don't know how to use a search engine well, then, and you go out and get these dogs, then you are an idiot. You have so much resources on the facts regarding the pit bull, and people will still go out and get it. And then they'll say, okay, my dog is sweet. But how about the other 72% of people that were killed by dogs? Or the 284 that were killed by dogs, which I know it's more. They always, say my dog. They only use their experiences of dogs. For me, I use everyone's experience. Not just mine, but other people's experiences from Reddit, Facebook, YouTube, all over. So this is not just me saying I hate dogs and I dealt with this dog, so it's bad. No, a lot of people have spoken regarding this dog. I'm sure a lot of people have spoken regarding the dog in a positive sense, but those people ignore the fact that these dogs are dangerous. People who are anti-pit bull will at least admit the dog isn't going to attack right away. The dog isn't going to be aggressive now, but they're going to say that eventually that dog may attack or will attack. And 9 times out of 10, that pit bull does attack. Either once, it either kills someone, mauls someone really badly. It happens. It happens all the time. But it's only the pit bull nutter that will play 100% ignorant to the fact. And I could actually respect people who actually get pit bulls and then come out with the truth and kind of admit that they were wrong. I can respect the person that has the guts, has the humility, the humbleness to come on and say, I was wrong about pit bulls. I respect that. I respect that a lot. But pit bull owners that, see their pit bull doing crap, and there are countless stories and facts and stats regarding the dog, not just in the US, not just in Canada, not just in Europe, all over the world, and they will ignore it. They will play ignorant and say, oh, my dog is fine, but what about the thousands worldwide? Oh, blame the owner. So you're telling me that every single owner when the Pitbull attacks is a bad owner? You're saying all of them are? I'm even willing to say even there are some good dog trainers. There are some good dog trainers. Where I live, I have no problem with dogs whatsoever. None. But still, I can't ignore that dogs are vile and aggressive. I can't ignore that even there are other dog owners, Pitbull owners specifically, that are bad and dangerous. But when the table is turned and it's the Pitbull owners and the lover they're talking, they only see one side of it. They only see one side. And they don't acknowledge it at all. They play ignorant, and they want you to play ignorant as well. So, call this part 1 of Pitbulls don't give a shit. Because seriously, they don't. Pitbulls don't. They don't. Like any dog. It's all about food and manipulating. Like you as an owner, you have to manipulate. You have to enslave and condition and program the dog to behave a certain way. But if the dog doesn't want to be there, like how do you know the dog does not want to be there? How do you know the dog just doesn't like you? So now you have to force the dog to like you? Do you force your friends to like you? Do you put a gun, do you like put like a cookie to their face and say, like me, sit? You don't do that shit. Only with dogs. Because you know why? Pitbull owners are control freaks. Same with dog lovers, they're control freaks. But, you know, if a Pitbull just doesn't like you, if the Pitbull doesn't see you as a good fit and wants to leave somehow, you know, how do you know? You don't know. You just assume the dog loves you. Then you blame yourself for not making out more with the dog. That's just how this, in general, the dog culture is. But specifically, for today we're talking about the Pitbull. That's how it is. You gotta play ignorant and you gotta make out with these Pitbulls in order for them to like you and not attack. And when they do attack, you probably say deep down, you didn't make up hard enough with these Pitbulls. Only if you just made it a little bit harder with them, they wouldn't have attacked. So I'll be back for part 2 later on. Regarding the Pitbull, I'll probably have like maybe a couple more things to say. Then that'll be it for this topic. So once again, this is the Worthless Month. And remember, it is okay to hate dogs.